blueprint for tonight and moving ahead?
Yeah, a lot of positives. I think we stayed patient with that game. Wasn't one that I felt we panicked a lot in. I think, especially near the end, we had the lead and we were able to keep the pace of the game the way we wanted it to go. So I think as far as last game, we can take a lot of positives into tonight.
Team on the other side has won 4 in a row heading into this one. What's the greatest challenge you think, based on a few of the guys that you've known from that team in the past?
Yeah, they're hot. So I think managing the game from the start. They're coming from a back-to-back, so they're definitely going to be ready to go tonight. Their legs will be in it, and their minds will be in it. So for us, it's trying to dictate the game from the start, use our ability to our advantage, and I think just being responsible. They make a lot of high-end plays, so yeah, just being good with the puck. We talked about that this morning. Not feeding their transition. Those are going to be keys for tonight.
Before last game, obviously the results weren't really there, right? So I'm curious, how much does that change the mood around the team when you do get a win like you got in the last game?
Yeah, for sure. It definitely brings a lot of confidence into each other's games. So wins are important, but I think especially some of those wins when we were rolling there, we were a little bit loose. So I think last game we were pretty solid throughout the whole game. We weren't getting too far away from our systems at any point of the game. So yeah, I think for tonight it's being responsible, not taking penalties. That's something we've talked about a lot too. So yeah, I think wins are important. That's why we play. That's what we look forward to each game. I think last game was definitely a big one for us.
And against this team in particular, there hasn't been a ton of success for you guys over these last 2 years. What do you think has made it kind of a tough matchup for you?
Yeah, I think a lot of the games have been pretty close. I don't think there's anything that we need to be afraid of or need to overthink. We're doing really well this year, and we know why we're doing really well. We play as a team, and we trust each other out there to make the right plays. So I think we just need to come in confident tonight, knowing that we can beat anyone. We've beat really good teams even within last year, and I think our team looks a lot different this year, a lot better of a team. So we know we can compete with everyone out there.
How much emotion goes into seeing this team again versus the very first time?
Yeah, the first time was pretty difficult, I can't lie. It's definitely really weird playing against them, especially the career that I had there before joining this organization. So I think now it's just a normal game. It's a lot easier to relax and just focus on myself rather than who I'm playing against. So it's always exciting to play against them. Still have a lot of friends on the team and the staff and the city. So it's exciting games for me, and definitely want to get a win tonight for the first time.
Vince, you kind of said that you don't want to really feed their transition games, so how much of it is trying to not only be careful with the puck versus trying to maybe kill some of those plays of theirs before they get into your zone?
Yeah, exactly. We talked about that this morning. Just our structure throughout the neutral zone, slowing them down, and I think when you have the puck, it's a different mindset than when you don't have the puck. You have to be just as responsible in both those dynamics. So yeah, we talked about that this morning, just how we want to shut down the neutral zone, slow them down, and hopefully transition the puck the other way.
When we talked to Dave yesterday, he said he was really happy with your guys' effort in terms of just checking throughout the game, but especially in the third. What kind of stood out from your perspective last game there?
Yeah, I think it was all in our legs. I think our forecheck was a lot better. Something that we've really been harping on. That's where I think our game gets to another level, is when our forecheck is good, especially using the defense in that as well, not just relying on the forwards to make every play. So yeah, I think our competitiveness was really high. There was probably a penalty that I want back last game that probably took us out of the game for a little bit there, and that's on me. But I think for the most part, we stuck with it and stuck to our system.